take exactly 2 minutes, please, Your Excellency.
Asante sana. Mheshimiwa Rais, Mheshimiwa Naibu Rais, waheshimiwa marafiki, hamjambo. Your Excellency, social protection is the Nairobi expressway to sustainable development. COVID, climate, conflict, they've given us some hard lessons over the last couple of years, and they underline why any well-functioning society needs a safety net. Without it, families, individuals can be trapped in a lifetime of poverty, or even for generations. Social protection is that safety net. It's been proven to reduce poverty and improve human capital outcomes. Instant social protection instruments, and my friend and predecessor mentioned this, cash transfers, in which Kenya has pioneered, have an instant impact, bettering lives for individuals, for families, for communities. And when you combine those cash transfers with other kinds of interventions around health and nutrition, you get a double effect, cushioning the poorest families against those 3 C's that I mentioned before, and many more. Waheshimiwa, the Leave No One Behind principle that's at the heart of the Sustainable Development Goals unites with the bottom-up priorities of this government. You're pledged to leave nobody behind in Kenya's development journey, and social protection is all about that. Expanding social protection, and we see this very admirable goal of going from 1.2 million to 2.5 million. And why not further? Why not to 3.6, which would bring us into line with many middle-income countries? That can be done. It'll be essential for protecting Kenya's poor and vulnerable against the ravages of climate change. It'll be essential for giving kids in Kenya the start that they need. It will be something that you have already enacted, Mheshimiwa, through many important programs that you've launched and that you are sustaining from the efforts of previous governments. As the previous speaker mentioned, cash transfer for orphans and vulnerable children and the Hunger Safety Net program were amongst the first cash-based social protection programs on the continent. They continue to prove their worth, but in recent years coverage has stagnated. And so we need this push to increase. We need to go to universal coverage. And Kenya is now at a crossroads where, while national averages are improving, absolute figures are not, and inequalities are increasing. So this is the moment for a push. Your Excellency, as I begin to close, I'm really proud that United Nations Kenya and all of the development partners have for a number of years worked hand in hand with Kenya government to strengthen social protection. From our side, most recently, we've done this precisely with a joint program uniting WFP, FAO, UNICEF, ILO, in trying to expand the coverage, going beyond poverty-based targeting to really reaching out to the most vulnerable across many different marginalized and vulnerable populations and communities, whether those be women, children, girls, youth, persons with disabilities, the elderly, rural workers, persons living with HIV and other ailments. And I believe that that's really starting to pay dividends. So as I conclude, Mheshimiwa, as I said at the beginning, social protection is that Nairobi expressway for leaving no one behind, for lifting people up from the bottom, protecting them so they don't fall further, and giving them the chance to rise higher. So let us together extend that expressway still further. Let's build a few more thousand kilometers, and let's work towards a truly universal social protection safety net. Asanteni sana.
Thank you so much for the remarks. Your Excellency, I now call upon the tripartite parties, led by none other than the COTU Secretary General, Francis Atwoli, who will also donate his few minutes to the